Hello Wargamers, and welcome to this video of the Tier 3 Tech Tree German cruiser, the Kolberg. Now Kolberg was a real ship that was handed over to the French after the end of the First World War. In game, experience gained on Kolberg would give you access to German battleships. So, as always, let's take a quick look at the equipment setup and captain skills before we enter battle. Now in this particular battle, we can see from the lineups there are only Tier 2 and Tier 3 ships, which is a big advantage for Kolberg. Now Kolberg is not much of an advance on the Dresden, having very similar characteristics, but when fully upgraded has slightly more health and slightly longer range. You have to be very conscious about how you play her though, especially in games that has ships from higher tiers. Kolberg can be a good destroyer hunter, but really struggles against battleships. The guns are almost ineffective against battleships. Plus, coming up against other cruisers is a real struggle for Kolberg as well. She's really vulnerable to their fire. She really is one of the weaker ships at this tier, so I don't anticipate any of you playing many games in her. So play enough to gain the experience points to move up to the next tier in the cruiser line, or to move across to the battleships. Okay, my first strategic move is to approach the B cap, because you can usually find a number of destroyers in here, which is going to be grist to the mill for the Kolberg. And here we go, the enemy V-25, so let's see if we can get these guns to hit something. So you can see the difficulty in hitting small targets. And bear in mind they're about the only targets that these guns are useful against. So, you know, big whoop, 800 damage so far. So as you can see, the fire and arc are so floaty, it's kind of pointless shooting at where a ship is. You have to kind of try to anticipate where the ship is going to be. So I'm not providing much benefit here up until now. Let's go and join my teammates at the C cap and see if we can offer some support there. Okay, here we go then. Opportunity to melt a cruiser. Not looking too clever at the moment. We have started the fire though, so but it looks like it's extinguished that straight away, so no benefit from the fire. But note how many hits we're getting against that cruiser, and look at the damage return for that. There is a destroyer in this cap here somewhere though, so hopefully we'll be able to spot the destroyer, and hopefully it'll be kind enough to just sit still while we shoot at it. So I guess you're kind of getting the message that these guns are laughably difficult to hit anything with, and they're laughable as well in terms of the damage return. So if you enjoy laughing at yourself and you can get fun from that, then this ship could be enjoyable. So there's the destroyer, but probably too far away and is moving, so all the best. So I had 10,479 damage when I started shooting at the destroyer, 10,479 afterwards as well, because not one shell landed. The destroyer shoots at me once and inflicts more damage than all of my shots. Now the actual Kolberg was fitted with torpedoes towards the end of the First World War. And if that was translated into the game that you actually had some torpedoes, that could be an opportunity to actually inflict some damage. They wouldn't need to be long range either, because you'd have to use them in an ambush attack. Any ship that spots you out in the open has a chance of just wiping you off the board. Now, the rest of the team is managing to keep pace with the enemy team fairly well at the moment. The enemy has one capture point. Ship-wise, we're pretty much on par, but we are slightly behind on points. So that's a big thank you out to my teammates, because I'm contributing very little here. Imagine what this would feel like against higher tier ships. Well, this is starting to look ominous. The enemy are probably very soon going to capture C. We only have one ship left in A that we can see on the minimap with 3 enemy there at the moment, so looks like that ship will go down and they'll take all 3 caps. Here comes a low health Nassau. Can myself and Novik between us possibly inflict enough damage there to sink the fella? Well, at last, a battle contribution. Well, I suppose the benefit is, in this particular battle, you get a good opportunity to see the difficulty in actually hitting anything with the Kolberg, the almost impossibility of anything that does hit causing damage, and the extreme vulnerability of your own ship to incoming fire. Well, looking south, we see that A cap has now been overrun, so the enemy has 2 caps. They have a significant 300 point lead, probably will take C soon, and they have the ship advantage. Okay, Caledon goes down to the torpedoes of the Valkyrie. I guess at the very least I'm in a better position than the Bellerophon there in the west. Look at him being chased by that pack of hunting ships. Oh, but he's managed to kill one of the destroyers. Good man. Now, can I at least go and cap B? I don't see anyone there to oppose the approach. But hold on a minute, now I do. Now look at how the enemy fire wrecks you in the Kolberg. This is a ship where you almost hope to get sunk. there we go, at last taken down by the Valkyrie. Thank goodness for that. And the Valkyrie has better guns than Kolberg. So we can light a candle for the crew of the Kolberg as she slowly slips beneath the waves, probably the best thing she could have done in this battle. Now, truth be told, this is only the second battle that I've ever played in Kolberg. When I went through it the first time, when I was grinding the German cruiser line, I actually used experience points to bypass the ship and get to the next tier. Having said that, give it a go and see what you think for yourselves. I will often comment that the ship's only as good as the person who's sailing her. Perhaps the problem with Kolberg is myself. So, let's see if Novik and Bellerophon can pull off a miracle finish here and get themselves a potential solo warrior, if one of them survives. Look at Novik's firing arcs and compare them to the loopy arcs of the Kolberg. Okay, and there you go, he actually gets the kill, but here comes the St. Louis, which is a massive threat to the Kolberg. Let's see how Novik fares him, because he's definitely got an advantage and the help from the Bellerophon. And there you go, another sinking. Top job by the two of them there. But at the same time, Valkyrie takes another prize in the Bellerophon, and eventually the Longjiang Torps take down Novik. So, final scores, 30,000 damage, a somewhat surprising amount. And looking at the scores of the two teams, I guess some congratulations for the Valkyrie with the 6 sinkings. So finally, just time to thank you for viewing this video. Take care, see you soon.